Fifth Dimension Radio Sports Special. Live tonight, high school basketball, the Nordonia Knights versus the Walsh Jesuit Warriors, with veteran sportscaster Ron Whitmer and color analyst Eric Whitmer. Stay tuned for all the action right here on Fifth Dimension Radio Sports Special.
Good evening and welcome to Walsh Jesuit High School for the Fifth Dimension Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by Jobs for Ohio's Graduates and The Stable. I'm Ron Whitmer, and I'm joined in the booth by color analyst Eric Whitmer for tonight's matchup between the Nordonia Knights and the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. Nordonia coach Darren Ford's team enters play tonight at 11-10 overall and 7-7 in suburban national play. The Knights have won 3 of their last 4 heading into the regular season finale tonight. It's been a long season for Coach Sean Flannery's Warriors. His team is 6-15 heading into tonight's last regular season game. The good news is they're finishing strong, having won their last 3 and losing the 3 previous games by a total combined of 5 points. We'll talk to both coaches and set the table for tonight's matchup right after this message.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Ron Whitmer here, pregame at Walsh Jesuit with Nordonia head coach Darren Ford. Coach, been a little bit of an up-and-down season. Where's your team mentally as you approach the postseason coming up soon?
So we're definitely in playoff mode, but we know that you need momentum to close out the regular season. We've been better. We stubbed our toe a little bit around the way. At about 500, we were 8-9 after we lost at Stowe, and then we were able to pick up some key wins. 3 in a row there, which kind of catapulted us. Didn't play very well at Hopen the other night, but mentally the guys are there. I mean, we went on a playoff run last year, won 2 games, got to a district final. We were beating Lutheran West in the third quarter when our leading scorer went down with of all things, a face injury. So he was out for like the next 5 minutes of gameplay, and we were just kind of chasing from that point. But these guys know what it's like to win in the playoffs, and they've been around it, and so we've got enough returners from last year's group that they believe, and they're focused and eye on the prize.
Yeah, it's that time of year where we're definitely talking about playoffs. So you're the only team to beat Brecksville, who's the number 1 D2 team in the Northeast region. So you got to be happy about that. But does that not tell you that, it's there for you, and does that give your kids more confidence as you approach the playoffs, knowing that they beat an elite team already?
1,000%, and you could tell all week long, because that was after the Stowe loss on the road. You could tell that next day in practice we had a certain vibe, and I hate using this word because kids use this word, but the aura. Like, we had a certain aura in practice that next day, and we were really excited. Like, we felt like we could beat them. Last year at Brecksville, we had them down 12-0 early, took them to overtime. We missed some free throws in the fourth quarter to put them away, and we wound up losing in overtime. So a lot, like I referenced, we got returners. Those guys remembered that. They didn't want that to go that way, and this year, we were able to jump them 10-0 right away, and we got in that first timeout, and you could see it on their faces, like, right, we're going to win this game. We got some belief. So it's there. We just got to find a way to harness it for 32 and then do it again.
So don't be embarrassed about the term aura, because Eric and I have created a bit of an aura lately up in the broadcast.
I love
it. It's
a
good thing, right?
I love it. Hopefully it rubs off on me.
Absolutely. How about tonight? Walsh is playing pretty well lately.
Yep, 3 in a row.
Is this a good tune-up for you for the tournament?
I think any game, if you don't look at any game, it's a great opportunity to tune up for the tournament. You've got issues. So it's definitely a great opportunity for us to try to get a road game in. Our first playoff game is going to be at home. So that's good. You get to go home for that one. But Walsh is tough. They're physical. And when you get into the playoffs, the teams that are the best teams are going to be the most physical teams. And I actually think Walsh is going to be one of, if not the most physical team we'll play all year. So it'll be a great test for us. You got to play really well to win on the road. You got to play really well to beat someone on senior night. So it's a great opportunity for us to kind of get some rhythm. Like I said, we didn't play very well at Hoban the other night. Statistically, we just didn't shoot it great, and they shot it really well, and bad timing. So you just gotta find a way. But it's a great opportunity, and I think Walsh is really well coached. I think Sean does a great job, and they've got a good group. I know their record, 6-15. It's so misleading.
Yeah, it is.
They just won 3 in a row. And it's they've got a super tough schedule. So I got a lot of respect for that team.
That's Coach Darren Ford from the Nordonia Knights. Coach, good night tonight, and good luck.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race, own a little, and love it a lot. Thestable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. Thestable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. Thestable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Ron Whitmer here, pregame with Walsh coach Sean Flannery. Coach, we saw you 4 or 5 weeks ago. Things were not looking real rosy, but to your credit, at that time, you said, hey, we're playing pretty well. Don't be surprised. Well, here you are now. You're on a 3-game winning streak right at the right time of the year. You're building towards the tournament. And the 3 games prior to that were 3 close losses to some really good competition. Do you like what your team has done down the stretch?
I do. Credit. All the credit goes to our players and really our 6 seniors that have done a great job all season, really just showing up every day, sticking to doing what we are supposed to be doing. And it's been some rough stretches, some heartbreak. We've had, I want to say, 10 or 11 games decided by 3 possessions or less. But like you mentioned, we know we play a tough schedule. It was great to see a few results go our way in the last few games. And we really do feel like we're hitting our stride at the right time. And, hopefully tonight just continues that momentum.
So you feel like you're poised to make some noise? Didn't mean to give the little rhyme there, but in the tournament?
We do. And obviously the draw comes Sunday, and that's kind of, we'll see when we get there type of thing. Make sure we finish the season the right way tonight. But we do feel like we've been making progress, and every coach says that you want to get hot at the right time, and in basketball, why we love basketball, why you love March Madness, just got to get hot, and we feel like we're making progress all season and probably playing our best basketball over the last 2 years really right now, so it's good.
I think, having done this before in my coaching days, the seedings, the drawing are always a nerve-wracking but fun time of year.
Yeah.
You guys with your record are poised to pull some surprises. You want to tip your hat on anything in terms of what your strategy is for Sunday?
Well, I think to your point, I don't think there's going to be a lot of teams that want to play us. And, I say that with a ton of respect to all the other teams in our region. We're probably not going to get to avoid teams. We're going to be picking after teams have already been placed. But I do think when we do pick whatever line we're going on, that opposite line, that other team probably won't be too excited, and we'll have to study up a little bit. But again, it's a ton of credit to these kids that they just keep showing up every day and keep making progress.
A great team to go against tonight to get you ready for the tournament. Yeah. Nordonia has been up and down a little this season, but they've knocked off one of the best teams in the Northeast region here. So what impresses you about them?
Yeah, no, they probably one of the best wins in the area a few weeks ago against Brecksville at Brecksville. their two guards are really, really good, and that's one focus point tonight is try and get the ball out of their hands early. But then they have size and athleticism as well, so they usually play a 2-3 zone, so it's us, being aggressive but patient at the same time, and then defensively taking away their guards as best we can. They're a good team, they have a good coach, and so for us tonight, it's just continue to focus on what we've been doing lately, and hopefully, like I said, we're hitting our stride, and continue to do that tonight.
So it's senior night tonight. It's always fun, but can be a little scary for a coach.
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into that?
Listen, again, you're right. It's different, and there's so much going on right now. It's our as a job as a coach, try to recenter the kids before we get out there and focus on the game. But I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't mention Mikey, Grant, Dave, Anthony, Noah, JP, and Jack. They've really been. The record might not show it, right, like we've said, but they've been an instrumental part to laying this foundation of what we're trying to do here.
That speaks to your coaching and your love for your team, because if I was forced to rattle off 7 seniors in a row off the cuff, I'm not sure that I could do that. That's Coach Sean Flannery before tonight's final game of the regular season against Nordonia. Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank
and good
you.
luck in the tournament.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
So that's Coach Sean Flannery from the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. And Eric, as we mentioned and as he mentioned, his team was already giving signs of being a solid squad when we were here early in the season. Their record doesn't really indicate the progress that they made, but I fully expect a battle tonight. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, we had them earlier in the year, and I saw a lot of positive signs there. They got guys that can play, and I think you and I talked about it earlier. Most of the teams we've seen this year, there's just not a great discrepancy between the worst one, if you will, and the best one, and so it's a home night. It's senior night. I'm expecting a really good game between two very good teams.
Senior night. Explain that to me. I don't think I've been to one before.
I'm not talking about you and I. I'm talking about, it's the last home game for some of these, for all of these seniors here. And it's a special time. And we had the good fortune of covering the Stowe Copley game the other night, and those Stowe kids had a great memory to come back and win that game in overtime, and who knows what we might see here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Fifth Dimension Radio must have set some kind of broadcast record here tonight, having 5 straight games be senior nights. But we're looking forward to it. So we have both teams playing their last regular season game. One of the questions we had to cut from our pregame interviews that we asked Coach Darren Ford from Nordonia was his team got what we call in the parlance of coaches jumped in the tournament drawing by a seed that was only 2 seeds lower than him, which was surprising, but it happens. And when it happens, sometimes coaches will use that to fire their squad up. What are your thoughts on that?
I can't speak directly to that, other than sometimes I think coaches, what they do is they try to find a team that maybe that they think they can knock off on the road in order then to get maybe a second round home game. What I don't understand about it is Nordonia knocked off one of the top teams in northeastern Ohio. Yeah. And I'm not so sure I'd be anxious to jump on them. But
I know. The team we're talking about is Padua, who's also a good ball club, but that should be interesting. Walsh won't have their draw until Sunday, so they don't know their status yet. But we did talk to Coach Flannery about that, and he may have a surprise up his sleeve when he gets to that point. We're going to take this timeout, and we'll be back with more pregame.
Hi, this is Ronnie Kemmer, owner of Cambria's Bistro. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Cambria's Bistro is a family-owned establishment that brings together the best of 2 worlds, the rich traditions of Italian cuisine and the contemporary favorites of a pub and grill. Reservations are not required but recommended by calling 330-331-5282 or 330-331-5357. We offer a casual dining atmosphere that is is great for a family dinner, date night, or a special celebration. We feature a wonderful wine list with selections from Sicily to Napa Valley. We also have a great bar menu with specialty cocktails, many beers, on-tap beers, ciders, and seltzers. Cambria's Bistro also features San Pellegrino sparkling water. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Come see us soon.
Back here at Walsh, and we'll take this quick break to listen to the opening prayer and national anthem.
Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner which by our words and our actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect for members of the opposing team. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. We ask now that those who are able to please stand for our national anthem, while current military members and veterans are invited to render a military salute to our flag.
Well, Eric, there sometimes are challenges you don't foresee in broadcasting, and one of them is the ability to get in and out of our seats before the game. So, but we're both comfortably back in our seat up here in the makeshift booth at Walsh Jesuit. They're anticipating now the starting lineups for both teams, and we'll give those to you. Apparently we got some students there moving around right now. I'm not sure why, but they're, well, I do know why, for safety, but I couldn't tell what was happening down below. At any rate, tonight's starters for the visiting Nordonia Knights. Number 2 is senior guard at 6'1", Jason Janisic. Number 10, Max Poulin, a senior forward, 6'7". A junior guard, number 11, Jameer Davis, he's 6'1". Landon Ellis is a junior wing, 6'3", number 23. And number 12, Hudson Funk, a junior guard, 5'9". For the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. And Eric, with the second time this season we've had a situation where we've had a senior who's been injured for a significant part of the season. He will start the game tonight. That's senior number 11, Jack Pavlik, and our understanding is Nordonia will allow Walsh to win the tap. Pavlik will lay the ball in. Walsh will allow Nordonia to go to the other end, lay one in, and we'll start the actual action from there. But Pavlik gets the start here at the end of his senior season, and I personally always love to see that because kids put in so much time over their careers, and to be robbed of a senior season is unpleasant, to say the least.
Coaches are really good about being cooperative with that, and it's all in the spirit of the game, which I love to see.
Okay, the rest of the starting lineup for the Warriors tonight. Number 1 is senior Dave Jacobus. Number 2, Noah Silverston. number 24, J.P. McMullen, and number 44, Grant Blazak. All seniors will start tonight. The one senior who's not starting is the big man. That's Anthony Spain. He gave up his spot so that his teammate Jack Pavlik could get that nod, and we'll see Spain as soon as that first two possessions happens. Last time we were here, Eric, Anthony Spain put on a show.
He really caught fire in that game and was very impressive in his ability to get to the rim and drain some three-point shots as well.
So they're finishing up introducing the Walsh team here. We got a nice crowd on hand tonight. Last time we were here, it was a little cozy. Tonight, it's not standing room only, but it's pretty filled up and noisy. The Walsh student section has showed up in force, and I'm sure we're going to be competing with them noise-wise all night, which is a great thing. So, here to support their classmates.
Yeah, you love to see it. It's a near full house here and a great atmosphere. The students are ready to roll. Final regular season game of the year. Both teams want to have some positive movement into the tournament, and I expect an excellent game.
And I apologize. I missed one of the starters because of the Jack Pavlik situation. Senior Grant Blazek is the fifth starter for the Warriors. So we're about ready for the opening tip. Jumping for Walsh, J.P. McMullen, and for Nordonia, looks like it's Max Poulin. So here we go, just about underway. Nordonia will take the tip. Actually, looks like they will score first. Poulin will put it down, and it's a 2-0 Nordonia lead. And coming back the other way, Pavlik standing underneath the hoop. He'll go up, lay it in, get his bucket. We'll stop right there. So Pavlik with his 2. He'll be subbed out for Anthony Spain, and he gets a standing ovation as well. He should. Congratulations, young man. Glad you got that final opportunity to get on the board for the Warriors. Coach Flannery, give him a hug on the far side, and he'll be one of the biggest cheerleaders on the bench for his teammates. So ahead is Nordonia here as we inbound the ball and come to the near side. Into the lane is number 2, and his pass goes out of bounds. That's Jason Janisic on the baseline. Walsh will inbound, just underway here. 7:33 remaining in the first quarter in the backcourt.
Nordonia in an extended 2-3 zone here. Looks like they may want to trap once before they fall back.
Silverston got it to Spain. Spain with the dribble picks it up in the backcourt, gets it ahead. Loose ball picked up by number 1, Dave Jacobus. Inside layup is good by J.P. McMullen, and it's a 4-2 Walsh lead early.
Nice pass by Dave Blazek there.
Janisic for the Knights gets it in the corner, shot up and good. And with these dark uniforms trying to figure out, looks like Jameer Davis hit that 3 for the Knights, and they lead 5-4. In the backcourt, into the forecourt is the pass to Spain. He gets it in the corner to Janisic. I'm sorry, to Jacobus. Jacobus knocks down the 3, and Walsh takes a 7-5 lead here early into the forecourt. And a foul. Looks like it's going to go against number 24, who is McMullen. His first and the team's first. Give the ball to the Knights in front of the Warriors bench.
Love the intensity early on with the Warriors, feeding off the energy of the crowd.
Jacosic gets it in the corner. Back out top now to Davis. His shot is, that's Landon Ellis. His shot from 3, no good. Pulled down by Walsh. Ahead for Walsh is Silverston. Silverston gets it near side to Grant Blazek. Blazek inside to Jacobus. His shot up, blocked, taken away by Janisic. Janisic for the Knights. Gets it on the far side to Davis. screen. The pass battered away by Spain. Loose ball picked up by Funk. His running layup, no good. Ball battered out of the hands. Actually, we're going to have a foul called. It's going to go on the Knights. Looks like it'll go against Max Poulin, his first and the team's first for the Knights. That'll give the ball back to the Warriors on the baseline at the far end. Warriors moving from right to left in front of us here tonight. They have a 2-point early lead, 5:40 remaining in the quarter. Coming ahead for Walsh is Silverston. Silverston will run it from out top of the key, foul line, kicks it in the corner to McMullen. His shot off the iron, no good. Rebound by Jacobus. He spins into the lane. He'll kick it out to Spain for three. His shot right there. Anthony Spain with his first bucket, and it's a 10-5 Walsh lead.
Jacobus on the offensive board early for Walsh.
Davis on the dribble, pulls up, shot up and good. Check that, Janisic from the foul line for Nordonia. It's a 10-7 Walsh lead. Silverston will bring it ahead for Walsh. Probing that extended 2-3 zone, gets it to Jacobus. Back to Silverston, to Spain on the near side. To Silverston, top of the key. Thought about a shot. He'll drive, kick it in the corner to Blazek. Skip pass to Spain on the near side. To Silverston, launches a deep three, in and out. Rebound, Nordonia. Coming ahead is Ellis. Ellis way out top, and good for three is Janisic.
That was a logo shot.
That's about a 25-footer there. Silverston brings it ahead for Walsh. We're tied at 10. Silverston getting direction from Coach Flannery, calls out the set. He'll get it to Spain in front of the Nordonia bench. Back to Silverston, near side to Blazek. Lobs inside for McMullen, too tall for him, out of bounds. Give the ball in the turnover to the Knights. Ellis will inbound for the Knights, and with that we have a sub for Walsh. It's Noah Friery, the junior, on. Ahead for Nordonia. Handling the ball out top is Hudson Funk. He gets it to Janisic. Spins into the lane. Gets it inside. Ellis picks up a loose ball. Looking for help, and he'll toss back out top to Janisic. Janisic looking to shoot. Instead, keeps his dribble. Passes to Ellis. He'll fire from deep. No good. Rebound, Silverston for Walsh. Across the timeline on the dribble to the top of the key. He'll get it to Friery. Friery on the near side, back to Silverston. Silverston cross court to Anthony Spain. To Silverston, back to the near side to Friery. Picks up his dribble. His pass stolen away but lost out of bounds. Nice hands that time by Hudson Funk, but he couldn't control the loose ball. It'll give it back to Walsh in the front court.
Nordonia switched up to a 1-3-1 there, Ron, and I don't think Walsh identified it yet. Coach Flannery sending in a different message this time.
Yep, still in the 1-3-1. Silverston has the ball out top to Friery. In the corner to Spain for three. Got it. Anthony Spain feeling it early. He has 6, and Walsh leads 13-10. Coming ahead for Nordonia is Janisic. He gets it inside to Jameer Davis, who was fouled from behind on the shot. The foul is going to go against number, well, it looked like he said 11, but there's no 11 out there. It must have been number 1.
I thought it was on number 3, Friery. He turned his back and got beat back door, but maybe it wasn't him that picked up the foul.
Davis's first shot is up and in. With that, we have 2 subs coming in for Nordonia. Bryce Smith is checked in, the junior.
Love watching the coaches work, Ron. These guys are both at it early on. They don't want to miss a thing here. Coach Flannery made that quick adjustment on the 1-3-1, sent Spain through and hit that 3. Be interesting to see if Nordonia switches back to the 2-3 here.
Yeah, they did decide that foul was on Friery, his first and team's second. So it took them a minute to sort that out. Davis will be at the line for his second free throw. Also checking in for Walsh is Xavier Steele. Second free throw, no good, rebounded by Jacobus. Jacobus gets it to Steele in the backcourt. He'll bring it across the timeline. Brings it on the pass to the near side. It's a Silverston, back to Steele, back to Silverston. He'll dribble to the foul line, kicks it out to Steele, back to Silverston. Passed up a foul line jumper, gets it to Jacobus. Silverston drives into the lane, gets it to Spain in the corner, in and out. Jacobus gets his hands, and loose ball's picked up by Spain. He goes up hard going to the basket, and he's fouled on a physical play that time. Looks like it's going to go against Jameer Davis, his first, team second. That'll put Anthony Spain in the line. He's got 6 early points, shooting 2.
Love watching Jacobus and McMullen work on the offensive glass to keep that alive, and then Spain came and pulled it in and got to the free throw line.
His first free throw is up and in, and it's a 14-11 Walsh lead with 2:21 remaining. With that, Nordonia's substitute is Jamison Ellerick. The big man comes in on the post. Second free throw in and out, rebounded by Nordonia, coming ahead and getting the ball to Jason Janisic. Janisic at the top of the key, left-hand dribble. Tosses at the foul line. Now out to number 25, Bryce Smith, just entered the game and knocks down a 3. His first bucket, and we're back to even at 14. Xavier Steele in the front court. Cross court to Noah Silverston. Skip pass to Spain to Steele. Pulls up at the elbow, gets it to Jacobus. To McMullen on the baseline. To Jacobus. Traveled, got away with it. Gets it to Steele. Out to Silverston. His shot up, no good. Rebound, fought for, tie up, no call. Nice job of being physical by Max Poulin. He gets it off to Janisic. Janisic gets it in the corner to Bryce Smith. To Janisic from 20 feet, no good. Rebound, Steele. Steele will bring it ahead for Walsh. Steele, top of the key to the foul line. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound battered out to Jacobus. He'll drive baseline. Kicks it back out to Steele. Another 6-footer. This one he banks home. Steele with his first bucket, and Walsh takes a 16-14 lead with 1:01 to go here in the first quarter. On the far side, Janisic for the Knights. Gets it to Poulin at the top. Poulin back to Janisic in front of the Walsh bench. Foul line extended. Tried to get it to Poulin. Poulin picks it up in the corner. He's trapped there. Skips it across court to Ellison. Out to Janisic from a deep 3 again. Jason Janisic with 8 first quarter points.
Showing a lot of range from that three-point line.
Yeah, he's not shy. Inside McMullen for Walsh. Might have shuffled the feet. No call. He'll kick it out to Steele in the corner to Spain. Skip pass. Noah Silverston all alone out top. His three-pointer, no good. A rebound by Poulin. Poulin ahead to Janisic. Janisic with 11 seconds. Looks like they'll play for the last shot here, being guarded by Silverston. Janisic between the legs goes to the bucket, pulls up for a 12-footer off the iron, no good. Rebound by Spain, and that'll take us at the end of the first quarter with our score: Nordonia 17, Walsh 16. We'll be back after this.
Summit County. Ready to score big in your career? Check out AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. It's mobile friendly, easy to use, and full of opportunities to connect with local employers. Whether you're looking to get hired or hire talent, JOG makes it simple. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit AkronWorks.com today and take your career to the end zone.
Hi, this is Christian Oswald, chef at Cambria's Bistro on Main Street in Wadsworth. Come in and join us for dinner Tuesday through Thursday, 4 to 9, and 12 to 9 Friday and Saturday. Join us and let us make you authentic Italian dishes from scratch and for our weekly specials. They're always changing, so come get them while they last. If you want a sneak peek at our menu, check out our Facebook page or website at www.cambriasbistro.com. www.cambriasbistro.com.
Back here at the Romanini Family Court at Walsh Jesuit High School, Eric, figured we'd see a very competitive game tonight, and so far that's what we have. Nordonia up by 1 after 1.
Just a little bit of contrast in styles here. Walsh a little more size, a little more physicality. Nordonia struggling a little bit to keep the bigs off of the offensive glass for Walsh. We'll see how the game progresses if that continues to be an issue.
Jake Nowak's checked in for Walsh. He gets it inbounds to Steele, back to Nowak. He gets it inside to Jacobus. Had a shot, didn't take it. Kicks it out to Spain in the corner. Spain to Steele at the top, to Nowak. To Steele, back to Nowak. Back to Steele. Gets it into Jacobus. He fakes, kicks it out to Nowak. He'll drive. Layup stripped out of his hands on the way up, and Poulin comes up with the loose ball for Nordonia. Gets it to Janisic. Janisic against Anthony Spain out high on the far side. Screen high. Janisic probing, pulls up from the elbow. No good. Rebound Jacobus. Gets it off to Steele. He finds Spain, but it's stolen beautifully by Janisic. Janisic got in trouble and threw it. Luckily, Max Poulin was there to pick up the loose ball. Poulin now with the ball tied up temporarily by Steele. Gets it out top to a sub, Isaac Rose, who's in for the first time for Nordonia. Rose up top to Poulin. Fakes the three, drives to the basket, kicks it in the corner to Bryce Smith, whose shot is no good from three. Rebound pulled down by Walsh. Steele will bring it ahead for the Warriors.
Nordonia back in the 2-3. Ron, I love the way the games are being officiated right now. They're really letting the kids fight for the ball.
And we got a veteran crew on tonight, and with that, Anthony Spain left alone. That's not a good idea. Hits another three. He's got 10, and Walsh back on top, 19-17, early second quarter. Janisic working against Steele in the front court. Janisic on the far side to Smith. Smith at the foul line, gets it to Poulin. Poulin in front of the student section. Ball battered away, but picked up by Ellerick. And we have a travel, and we're going to have a situation here in the Nordonia end of the court in the near side corner, where with the students standing, we're going to miss a little bit. We'll do our best guessing. Eric has a slightly better angle, so jump in when you need to.
He did shuffle his feet there. Good call.
Bringing it ahead is Steele for Walsh. Steele gets a high screen, but picks up his dribble, gets it to Spain, way out. Decides not to trigger it, gets it back to Steele. The near side, Nowak. Nowak to Steele. Steele back to Nowak. They play catch, try to get that zone to move a bit. Jacobus drives into the lane, kicks it out to Nowak for three. No good. Rebound, Poulin. Poulin working the boards for the Knights. Gets it ahead to Hudson Funk. Funk back to Poulin to Ellerick. His three no good. Rebound inside by Blazek. Blazek gets it off to Steele in the backcourt. Walsh leads by 2. Anthony Spain looked to trigger a three, pulled it back. Got it to Blazek now at the foul line to Nowak. He'll launch from 3, too long. Rebound by Janisic. Janisic will bring it ahead himself on the far side. Brings it now to the top of the key. Gets a screen and has the ball poked away by Jacobus and out of bounds, giving the ball back to the Knights. And with that, J.P. McMullen and Noah Friery will return for Walsh. Jacobus and Nowak will get a rest.
Right now the Warriors are really, they're getting the ball inside, but the bigs don't seem to want to shoot. They just keep penetrating a little bit and kicking it back out.
Looks like Ethan Krimar has checked in for the first time for the Knights. Out top, Janisic. He'll drive the lane, kick it in the corner for 3. Right there. And that bucket is from Hudson Funk. So Funk with his first 3. And Nordonia regains the lead. Spain on the near side to Steele. Cross court to Friery. Back to Steele. Steele drives the lane, pulls up from 6 feet. No good. J.P. McMullen will clean it up and put it back in. McMullen with his second bucket. He's got 4, and Walsh leads by 1 in the corner for the Knights. And right there on the money, got to pick who that was. Jameer Davis with the 3. And the Knights are back on top. Spain to steal for Walsh on the far side. Friary back to steal at the top. To Spain, to McMullen on the block. McMullen spins into the lane, reverses, comes back, tries to lay it in, and gets hammered by Max Poulin. That'll send J.P. McMullen to the line, shooting 2, down 2.
Nice footwork by McMullen in there. He earned that foul.
Personal 10, Max Poulin, his second, team's first. J.P. McMullen.
A lot of back and forth here early, Ron. Nordonia working to get those threes out of the corner, and they're drilling them right now.
McMullen's first shot up and good. Give him 5. McMullen's the Walsh big man at about 6'6", 6'7". Checking in for the Warriors, or I'm sorry, for the Knights is Landon Ellis and Jamison Ellerick. Second shot off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Spain, up and good. Anthony Spain with 12 points. And the Warriors regain the lead, 24-23. We've had at least 4 or 5 lead changes already.
First time in a 2-3 zone for Walsh. They've been man the entire game.
Janisic trying to figure that one out up top. Gets it on the far side, gets it back. Gets it to the near side to Jameer Davis. He'll play catch, and Davis lost focus, gets it to Janisic from about 28 that time. Nails it again. The young man has 11, and as Eric mentioned earlier, has almost unbelievable range on his 3. Silverstone back into the game for Walsh. He'll bring it ahead. Pulls up at the foul line to Spain in the corner. His three-pointer no good this time. A rebound by Jameer Davis. He'll bring it ahead. He gets it to Janisic. Janisic works against Spain. Kicks it in the corner. Baseline drive up and good. And a timeout. The basket was by Landon Ellis. With that, Coach Flannery will take a 30-second timeout. So will we, with Nordonia leading 28-24.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Back at Walsh, 2:38 remaining in the first half. Nordonia with a 4-point lead. Ron Whitmer, Eric Whitmer on Fifth Dimension Radio. Noah Silverstone will bring it ahead for the Warriors. Gets it to Friary. Back to Silverstone. To Spain. Looks like they're going to try to spread this out a little bit. Friary in the corner. Gets it to Silverstone to the elbow. Kicks it out to Spain. Back in the 1-3-1 is Nordonia. Pass inside of McMullen to Jacobus. Has it knocked out of his hands and taken away by Nordonia. Here comes Janisic. Euro step up and good. Jason Janisic with 13 points. And the Knights have their biggest lead at 30-24. From the corner, Friary's shot way long, rebounded by the Knights, but the pass ahead to Janisic goes out of bounds. Got a little too zealous that time. Looked like Hudson Funk thought he had another easy 2. Instead, it gives the ball back to the Warriors with 1:50 remaining.
Jason Janisic's creating a lot of problems for the Walsh defense by long-range threes, but also his ability to beat people off the dribble.
Silverstone brings it ahead for Walsh, gets it to Jacobus on the baseline, far side. Jacobus being hounded, gets it back to Silverstone. Into the lane, he kicks it out to Spain for 3. This one no good. Jacobus with a rebound, but he loses it. It's loose on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball situation. Possession arrow pointing at Nordonia. So with 1:26 remaining in the half, the Knights will get a chance to extend their lead. Funkel inbounds. He gets it into Landon Ellis in the backcourt. Ellis back to Funk on the far side. Back to Ellis. And back to Funk, and they bring it to the forecourt. Funk drives into the lane, stops at the elbow, gets it back to Ellis. Thinks about a 3, instead drives near side to Funk. Funk will pull up from 10 Instead, he'll kick it into the corner for Janicek's three. No good. Rebound Walsh. Silverstein ahead to Friery. He goes to the hole. Friery gets hammered, and that didn't need to happen. Friery was in trouble. He got a little too deep, but number 15, who is Jamison Ellerick, got him in the act of shooting, I believe. No, they're going to say not a shot and put the inbound on the baseline. That might be the right call there, Eric. Friery intended to shoot, I think.
He just couldn't seem to get anything moving toward the basket. He was definitely driving to shoot. That's a borderline call there either way.
Yeah, and then the other ref wanted to have a little bit of a say, but they're going to stick with an inbounds. With that, Friery will come out. Checking in for him is Steele. So Walsh will inbound underneath their own bucket, 55 seconds to play. Inbounds goes to Spain to Jacobus. He'll drive baseline, kick it out to Silverstein for three. No good. Rebound Jacobus to Spain to Silverstein. He'll pull up for 10. Got it. Silverstein's first bucket of the night. And Walsh is back within 37 seconds remaining. Jason Janicek ahead for the Knights. Janicek working against Silverstein out high. Janicek looks like they'll play for one. No count. Now there's a count on. He'll have to get rid of it. Instead, he drives and gets the foul. So Noah Silverstein gets a foul. Silverstein's first personal foul and first team foul. So not a bad foul that time by
Still
Silverstein.
Have fouls to give here. Nothing wrong with pressuring the ball here.
Silverstein's first, so now we're down to 12 seconds. Janicek has the inbound way out high.
Jacobus hanging around inside.
Behind the back, he gets to the foul line, kicks it outside for three. No good, rebounded, out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half of play. Our score is Nordonia 30, Walsh 26. We'll be back after these two messages.
Looking for a fun night out that gives back? Join the Port Summit Rotary for our quarter auction on Saturday, February 28th at Springfield High School. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the auction starts at 6 p.m. Admission is just $5 and includes your auction paddle. Bid on exciting items, support local businesses, enjoy food and beverages, and help fund scholarships for local students. Bring your friends and your quarters and make a difference. Learn more at portsummitrotary.org.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Ron Whitmer, Eric Whitmer, back here at Walsh Jesuit High School for the last regular season game of the year, as we anticipate tournaments coming up tomorrow. Eric, we'll take a look at the first half stats in a minute, but I wanted to make sure our fans, our listeners, know that tomorrow we're going to attempt our first girls game of the season, and it happens to be a opening round tournament game. It'll be Talmadge hosting North Olmsted, and looking forward to that one tomorrow. Got to get some sleep tonight, but we'll be ready to go. It's a 1 o'clock tip-off, so we'll hit the air at about 12:45.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting opportunity to just see the different styles that the coaches bring to that tournament game. I know Talmadge will be ready, and North Olmsted, I'm sure, has done their film work, and I'm excited to just see what's in store for us with some of the girls' action tomorrow.
So in terms of this game, first half, a very entertaining game, a fairly well-played game. What are we looking like in terms of on the boards and turnovers at this point?
For the Nordonia Knights, Max Pullen is leading them with 4 defensive rebounds. And for the Walsh Warriors, Anthony Spain has 4 rebounds. Also, Grant Blasek has 3, and Dave Jacobus has 4. Jacobus has done a nice job of keeping some balls alive on the offensive board. It's really keeping Walsh in the game, and because they're not shooting real well from the three-point line, with the possible exception of Spain right now. And Nordonia's done a nice job switching back and forth between the 2-3 and the 1-3-1. Walsh has been primarily man, one possession of 2-3 zone, and that young man, Jason Janisic from Nordonia, shooting from about where we're sitting up here, Ron.
Yeah.
He's made 2 that are just very deep.
Yeah, people talk about the NBA 3, and his first deep one was about NBA range. His second deep one was 2 or 3 feet behind what would have been the NBA line. So there's no question Coach Flannery going to keep, and his staff will keep that in mind if it remains tight towards the end of the ball game. And he's not some guy that you can let hoist one from that deep. Yeah. So I'm sure they'll be more than aware of that should that become an issue late in the game. Take a quick look at the scoring for both teams. For the home team, Walsh Warriors, Xavier Steele hit a 3 for 3-point. I take that back. My eyes aren't as good as they ought to be. He hit a 2 for 2 points. Anthony Spain hit 3 threes and a 3-pointer for his 13 first-half points. J.P. McMullen, 2 buckets and 1 for 2 from the line for 5. Dave Jacobus hit a 3 for his 3. Noah Silverston with a bucket for 2. And, of course, Jack Pavlik had the opening layup, opening possession for Walsh layup as he had his senior night moment for his 2 points. So leaves us at 30-26, Walsh trailing Nordonia at the half. As I said, last regular season game, and then it's off to tournament time. For the boys, if you weren't with us earlier, Nordonia already knows who they're going to be playing in their first game. They get a home game. We talked a little bit about them being jumped on by a team that was only 2 seeds below them. You don't see that often, but you do see it. So we'll see what happens there. Parma Padua Franciscan will be taking on the Knights coming up next week. And for the Walsh Warriors, their draw is this Sunday. I'm not sure why, Eric, the state went to Division I and Division II in both boys and girls, having their draws a full week later because the tournament starts the same week for everybody. Not sure about that. I probably ought to ask somebody who would know the answer.
I'm sure they have their reasons, and I'm sure I don't know what they are, but
you have this way of being polite that just blows me away.
I think Coach Flannery made an excellent point, and he was being very, I thought, humble, but I don't think anyone's out there wanting to jump on Walsh, even though they'll have an opportunity to do that because of their 5-win season. They certainly can compete with every team we've seen this year on. And so it'll be an interesting draw in that regard. I just wanted to say one thing about that first half. I think Walsh has got to try to get something going offensively on the inside. Right now they're getting the ball in there, but their bigs are just keep kicking it back out for threes. And maybe they can get a little bit of scoring from McMullen and Jacobus and Blasik on the inside and get to the free throw line a little bit more. Right now it's inside out constantly, and they're just not wanting to seem to attack the basket from the interior.
And the one time that J.P. McMullen did, he picked up the foul and got to the free throw line. Yeah, they look a little bit stagnant against the zone. Some teams get that way, so we'll see if Coach Flannery and the staff had any adjustments for his team at halftime to loosen things up inside against the Knights. We've got just about 3 minutes here before we start the second half of play, so we'll take this opportunity to pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. TheStable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. Thestable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Tired of boring off-the-rack tees? Want to express your unique style or promote your business? How about create an unforgettable memory? Call us at Screen Print Original, 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. We bring ideas to life. We offer high-quality DTF transfers on a variety of apparel, ensuring vibrant colors and lasting designs, from custom creations to bulk orders, all for you. If you have an idea, give us a call at 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. You can also drop us a line at screenprintoriginal@gmail.com. We look forward to serving you.
Introducing the Celebration Palace, a brand new and all-inclusive banquet facility located in Hartville in the North Plaza at 240 Kent Avenue Northeast. Still dreaming about your special wedding day or that occasion you're wanting to celebrate and you're not sure where to start? Well, you're in luck, because here at the Celebration Palace, we specialize in wedding and event planning. Whether you are looking for a venue or an all-inclusive wedding package, we have you covered. We help plan your special occasion. We have specialized vendors to help make your special day magical, and our prices are budget-friendly. So let us here at the Celebration Palace make all your special occasion dreams come true. You can give us a call at 330-587-2035 or check us out on our website, www.thecelebrationpalace.com. Stress-free, budget-friendly, amazing staff, and a stunning venue. The Celebration Palace, where your vision becomes a reality.
Back here at Walsh High School, ready for the start of the second half, where the Warriors trail the guest Nordonia Knights by 4 at 30-26. I wanted to let you know that the Nordonia playoff game is next Friday in Warren against... actually, it'll be at home, but it's in the Warren district against Parma Padua next Friday at 7. Walsh gets the inbounds on the opening possession. They get it to Silverstone. He'll bring it into the forecourt. Ball passed in the corner to Spain. His three-pointer no good. Jacobus with the rebound. Back to Spain. Hard to the hole, and a nice block by Poulin for the Knights. Janasek will bring it ahead into the corner. Shot is way short. Might have got tipped, taken away by Jacobus for Walsh. To Silverstone into the forecourt. Silverstone working against 2-3 zone this time. To Spain, back to Silverstone. Gets it in the pivot to Jacobus. Back to Silverstone, out top to Spain. Near side, Silverstone bounces baseline. Short corner, Jacobus. He's fouled as he tried to do a cross-court pass. And we'll see who it is. It looks like it's going to go against Poulin, Max Poulin's second personal foul and first team foul in the quarter. Inbounding is Silverstone for Walsh. He looks, tosses it way out top to Jacobus. A lot of contact, no foul called. Gets it to McMullen at the foul line. Jumper good. J.P. McMullen has 7. Coming ahead for Nordonia, and shot blocked is Landon Ellis, out of bounds, giving it back to Nordonia. And sorry for that pause, Eric. We just had a fan kind of join us here in the booth. And we missed a bit of a play here, but Nordonia will inbound underneath their own bucket.
Nice block by McMullen. He was fortunate not to pick up a technical foul there, however.
Janasek with another deep three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Blazik for Walsh to Silverstone at the foul line. To Blazik. Far side to Spain, back to Blazik at the top to Silverstone. Bounces to Jacobus. He'll pull up for an 8-foot jump shot. In and out, rebound. Poulin peels it away and gets it to Janasek in the backcourt across the timeline to the top of the key. Left-hand dribble, crosses over, Gets it to Poulin. He has it stripped away by Spain to McMullen, and Walsh will bring it ahead across the timeline. Silverstone to McMullen. McMullen goes to the basket and lays it in. J.P. McMullen with a quick 4, and Walsh has knotted things at 30. Into the front court. Davis pulls up for a jump shot that's good from about 8. Give him 9 points, and the Knights have a 2-point lead. Into the forecourt. Blazek to Spain, back to Blazek, cross court near side. Silverstone, nice bounce pass to McMullen. He'll go into the lane, but his shot is up and short. And Eric, that time he had an easy lay-in and delayed it, cost himself a bucket. Janisic brings it ahead for Nordonia. Janisic to the top of the key, working against Anthony Spain. He'll cross over to the elbow, hands off to Poulin. Looks at a 3, instead drives hard to the hole and lays it in. Nice move by Max Poulin, his second bucket, and it's back to a 4-point edge for Nordonia. Silverstone in the forecourt, working against Davis. Back to a 1-3-1, Nordonia. Blazek on the far side, foul line extended, had a wide open 3, didn't even look at it. Instead, Spain from out top, no good. Rebound Janisic. Janisic in the backcourt for Nordonia. Across the timeline. Janisic working against Silverstone, and his pass stolen away by Blazek. Poor pass that time by Janisic. Blazek carried the ball, no call. Gets it to Spain. To Silverstone, top of the key, crossover. Hands off to Spain. McMullen from just inside the 3. The ball's short. Saved inbounds, but to Funk of Nordonia. He'll bring it ahead to Janisic. Looked to launch, instead goes to the hole. Kicks it in the corner to Ellis. His 3, no good. Rebound Poulin. Out top to Funk for 3. No good. Rebound Blazek for Walsh. Gets it to Silverstone. He looks ahead. He'll bring it up to the top of the key. Silverstone to Blazek in front of the Walsh bench, and Coach Flannery says, hey, pull it out. Let's reset.
Walsh really struggling to get some offensive confidence here, Ron.
And they're matching up against this 1-3-1 with a one-guard front. McMullen spins into the lane, has the ball knocked out of his hands, picks it back up, knocked out, picks it back up, gets it to Spain in the corner, and a late call, but maybe a right call, traveling against McMullen. The turnover gives it back to the Knights, and with that, Noah Friery checks in for McMullen for Walsh. Walsh going to show some full court pressure this time.
Coach Flannery decided to go small here.
Pass to the near side to Funk. Funk to the foul line, to the basket. No good on the layup. Tipped around and taken down by Silverstone. Silverstone gets it ahead to Spain. He'll back off for the 3. Got it. Anthony Spain with the 3. He's got 16 on the night.
Coach Flannery desperately trying to get a timeout
down
there.
To 1. And he did get the timeout even after the ball had been inbounded. So with that, we'll take this 30-second break, and we'll be right back.
Jobs for Ohio's Graduates, JOG for short, is a workforce readiness nonprofit covering Northeast Ohio, including Ashland, Medina, Stark, Summit, and Trumbull counties, helping youth ages 14 to 24 and adults complete their education, develop soft skills, and start their careers. To make this possible, we need people like you to support the next generation of the workforce and partner with JOG today. Go to jogworks.org, JOGWORKS.org for more ways to mentor and hire JOG participants, attend events, and more.
Back at Walsh High School, where the Warriors have cut the Nordonia lead back down to 1 point at 34-33. 3:23 remaining here in the third quarter.
A diamond press here by Walsh on the inbound.
Inbound comes to Janisic, gets it ahead to Poulin. He turns around, and right there it was Jacobus. And he's going to get a blocking foul from the trail official. And Coach Flannery certainly not happy with it. Dave Jacobus looks, here's a word for you, Eric, nonplussed.
Yeah. I think ultimately it was a foul. It's just that that type of thing has happened throughout the game, and it wasn't a foul. So I think Coach Flannery not happy about that discrepancy.
Jacobus first, team first. Into the near court. Going baseline as Ellis dips inside to Poulin. Nice layup. Nice dish.
Good look there by Landon Ellis on a bounce pass inside.
Poulin's 6th point in the corner. Friary for Stowe for 3. Got it. Noah Friary nails the 3, and we're knotted at 36.
If they can get Silverstone or Friary going from outside, it'll make a big difference in this game.
In the near court from 3 is Davis. No good. Rebound taken down by Poulin. He's got shoved and no call. And kicks it out for the 3 by Ellis. No good. Rebound taken away. Silverstone for the Warriors. Top of the key. And he's picked by Janisic. He gives it off to Davis for the layup. His 9th point. And with that, Coach Ford would like a timeout with 2:22 remaining. Nordonia leads Walsh 38-36. We'll be back after this message.
If your saving for retirement approach involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," Edward Jones can help. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. Or if you're in retirement and want a second opinion, let's talk. Edward Jones financial advisor Vince Rosnack can help. Stop by or call Vince today at 234-571-9913 to set an appointment. Or stop by the office at 529 Canton Road in Ellett, across from Eastgate Plaza.
Back here at Walsh High School, where the Warriors trail Nordonia 38-36 with 2:22 remaining in the third quarter. I was just telling Eric during that break, we don't get a chance to shout out cheerleaders too often, but I just saw a cheerleader do back handsprings from one end of the court to the other, and I would have probably broken my arm by the second one, if not the first one. Eric had a daughter, Megan, who was quite adept at gymnastics. I think he was not quite as impressed with me.
She didn't learn it from me, I'll tell you that. I just wanted to say real quick, I like that timeout by Darren Ford there. He sensed that things weren't going his way for the Knights. Get a steal, get a basket, and get a positive timeout instead of a negative timeout right there.
Walsh ahead, possession out top, has Steele, kicks it in the corner to Friary to Blazak. Blazak, the big guy out top, gets to Friary. Cross court now, back to Steele on the near side. Shakes and bakes, gets it to the elbow. Dishes inside to Dave Jacobus. Lost control of the ball, and Nordonia comes ahead with it. In the corner is Davis. Davis refuses the screen, now gets to Poulin at the top. Poulin hands to Ellis. Ellis uses the screen, will go baseline, got bumped, no call. He'll go up, and this time the call is made, not by the official right on the play, but on the far side. And it looks like the foul will go against, it does go against number 44, Blasick, with his first of the night. Second team foul, and that'll send Ellis to the line. Landon Ellis, the junior, has 2 points on the night.
Sometimes officials don't take too kindly to that. The guy right in front of it clearly didn't think it was a foul, and the guy behind it 20 feet away thought it was.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw something, I don't know. But
Landon Ellis bounced in the first one. With that, some subs into the game. I see Jamison Ellerett checked in for Nordonia. Second free throw right there. So Ellis has 4 points on the night. And the Knights have a 4-point lead at 40-36. A minute 30 remaining in the third quarter. Xavier Steele gets it to Friary into the corner. Jump shot is up and good by Anthony Spain. And that's a three-pointer, even though we didn't see it. Poulin ahead for Nordonia into the corner. Bounce pass comes outside to Janisic. Janisic drives baseline. His pass stolen away by Noah Friary for the Warriors. To Steele on the near side. Steele to the elbow, to the lane, to Spain. 6-footer good.
Beautiful play by Steele.
Yeah. Great dish, and I looked away, Eric, and missed what we had there. Looks like maybe a blocking foul against Spain.
Yes.
Coach Flannery is not happy. Spain's first foul.
The intensity's picking up here for Walsh. Coach Flannery made the decision to go a little bit smaller here, and applying full court pressure is paying off right now.
Yep, they've got the lead back at 41-40. And
there
Steele the inbounds by Steele. Off to Spain, another bucket. Spain with 10 third-quarter points, 22 on the game. Ellis in the backcourt for Nordonia brings it ahead. Dishes off and pass a little too low to be handled by Jamison Ellerick. Goes out of bounds. And with that, Darren Ford will take another timeout. 37.4 remaining third quarter. Walsh leads 43-40. We'll be right back.
Summit County. Ready to score big in your career? Check out AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. It's mobile friendly, easy to use, and full of opportunities to connect with local employers. Whether you're looking to get hired or hire talent, JOG makes it simple. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit AkronWorks.com today and take your career to the end zone.
Back at Walsh High School, where the Warriors have taken what amounts to a big lead in this game. It's been close all night, 4 points either way for the most part. I think Nordonia has had a couple of brief 6-point leads, but it's the Warriors who lead 43-40 with just over 37 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Eric, as you mentioned just before the break there, Coach Flannery went full court, went a little smaller, turned up the pressure, and it's paying dividends.
Yeah, two quick things. Coach Ford that time called another timeout. That one was more of a negative response because to Coach Flannery's, tip of the hat to him is he just became uncomfortable with the pace of the game, and he decided to flip the script a little bit, went smaller, and turned up the speed of the game. And right now, Walsh has the momentum.
Xavier Steele's come off the bench and done a great job for the Warriors, getting the ball down the floor, finding his big scorer, Anthony Spain, who now has 23 points, I believe, on the night.
Excellent.
22.
Excellent point, Ron. Steele has definitely provided a spark off the bench here. Now Nordonia's sitting in a 2-3 zone. Coach Flannery's going to take his time and get this thing set for, I think, the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Nordonia content to sit back in the 2-3. Walsh brings it ahead now. And into the lane is Steele. He has short 6-footer, but Jacobus has the rebound put back. Jacobus with his 5th points of the night. And here comes Nordonia before the end of the quarter. Fired up by Janicic. No good. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Our score, Walsh 45 and Nordonia 40. We'll be back after this.
Hey, students and job seekers, your next big career play starts here. AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. Find local jobs, connect with employers, and get hired fast. It's easy, mobile-friendly, and full of opportunity. Step up, get in the game, and visit AkronWorks.com today because your career deserves a winning drive.
So we're back. Ron Whitmer, Eric Whitmer at Walsh Jesuit High School. What a great game for our last regular season game, Eric. Been competitive right from the opening tip. And right now, Walsh is in control of the pace and the momentum. We'll see if the quarter break allows the Knights to regroup.
Credit to Xavier Steele for coming in off that bench and making a big difference in this game. I think a lot of the game, Nordonia felt, even though they had never had, a lead bigger than 6 points, they were feeling comfortable and confident. I think that comfortableness and confidence has slipped away here, and I think we're going to see a greater sense of urgency coming from that Nordonia crew.
So Spain has 22 for Walsh. Is it as simple for the Knights as to slow him down, try to shut him down this quarter? Or is that more a result of just right man in the right spot and the guards getting him the ball when he's open?
Well, I think the Warriors have done a nice job through Coach Flannery, setting some nice screens for him against the zone. And but I think Nordonia could probably do a little bit better job of fighting through those screens and getting out to him.
Jason Janicic gets it to Davis, back to Janicic to the near side. Funk, his three-pointer short. Rebound Xavier Steele for Walsh. Steele coming ahead to the top of the key, shakes and bakes. Nice dish inside to J.P. McMullen. He's fouled on the way to the basket by Max Poulin. That'll be 3 on Poulin, the first team foul for the Knights this quarter. And J.P. McMullen will go to the line. McMullen has 9 points on the night. He'll look for double figures from the line. This could give Walsh their biggest lead.
Again, Steele getting deep into the Nordonia defense and creating havoc.
First shot up, rattles out. So no good. That ball was halfway down, found a way to come out. 7:36 just underway here, fourth quarter. McMullen sights it, shoots it, got it. So give him 10 and give Walsh their 6-point lead, still in the press. Ellis to Janisic. Janisic was scoreless last quarter. Gets it to Davis. He'll launch the 3. Got it.
Big shot there.
Big shot by Jameer Davis. Give him 14, and it's a 3-point game. Steele to the near court. Pulls up inside, tried to dish it to McMullen. Loose ball picked up by Steele. Now he hands it to McMullen. He fires it up at the basket. No good, but Jacobus comes down with a rebound and sticks it back up. It doesn't go, but he's fouled. And they're going to give that one to Landon Ellis, his first foul. Second team foul of the quarter, but Dave Jacobus will go to the line and shoot 2.
5 offensive rebounds for Dave Jacobus, just really attacking the offensive glass for the Warriors.
Yeah, just like he did first the game we were here, Eric. He does all the dirty work inside. Unfortunately for Dave, missed the first free throw. He'll have another. Trying to extend the lead. It's 46-43. Second shot up and rolls around, bounces around and out. Rebound by Funk. Funk ahead to Davis. Davis pulls up, gets it back to Funk. Cross court to Janisic. Haven't heard much from Janisic lately. Janisic between the legs, working against Spain. He'll go to the hole, lay it up and in, and a foul. Boy, how about that? I just mentioned we haven't heard from him, and he comes up with a big play. The foul's going to go against Anthony Spain. That's his second, team first. Give Janisic the bucket, and he'll get a free throw. He's got 15 on the night. And with that, Grant Blazak, the senior, will check in for Walsh. Give Jacobus a blow.
Spain a little gimpy out there. Took a hard fall on that foul. Staying in the game, however.
The referee going to give him a second to walk it off. And it looks like he will stay in the game. Although I see Noah Silverstein heading to the scorer's table. Janisic's free throw is up and good. So here we are again. A tie game. We've seen that half a dozen times at least tonight.
With Spain out of the game, it's going to be interesting to see what Walsh attempts to do here offensively. Nordonia looks like they're in...
they're at a hybrid here. They're going man-to-man against Silverstein. Interesting. Blazek in the corner. Skip pass to the near side to Steele. Steele works into the lane. His left-hander off the iron. Rebound batted around, taken away by Janisic. Jason Janisic, the senior, brings it ahead, working against Steele. Good matchup. Janisic pulls up, passes off to Funk, fakes the three-pointer, backs up, gets it to Smith. Turnaround shot. Actually, Ellis hits a two-pointer. He's got 6 on the night, and Nordonia has the lead back at 48-46. And Coach Flannery is going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here this time. Time to talk about how you can see this game. Thanks for listening in tonight. You can see it starting in either a day or two, most likely 2, because we're broadcasting again tomorrow on the Fifth Dimension Radio YouTube page. That's Fifth Dimension Radio /10 Cent Beer Night on YouTube. Also on Mondays, and I'm not sure, Bob, I should have asked you before the broadcast how WAOH might handle the Monday night broadcast, seeing as how we would have 3 games by Monday. So at any rate, if you're lucky, and it takes a little luck, you may see a game or 2 on WAOH.TV starting on Monday night. So been a big week of basketball here on Fifth Dimension Radio. I want to take the opportunity once again to thank our owner, Bob Fritz, for allowing Eric and I to be here, and Bob Felmley for correcting as many of our mistakes as he can electronically. And the rest is left up to us. Eric, thanks for being with me this season. I know we got at least one or two more to go, if not more than that, but it's been a joy. And for somebody who hadn't done it much before, you just blended right in, and I'm very thankful for that.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and like I said a few games ago, I'm glad I got my job and not your job, because your job's about 3 times harder than mine.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but I appreciate it. Inbounding for Walsh is Silverstein.
Spain is still out of the game, but
there goes McMullen from 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Janisic across the timeline. He thought about going hard at the hole and got cut off. He'll back off. Now he's going to launch from about 28. Almost, but a little short. Pulled down by J.P. McMullen. McMullen to Silverstein. Silverstein out top gets it to Steele. He gets into the lane. 8-footer right there. Nice touch that time by Xavier Steele. He's got 4 points, but a great floor game. McMullen steals the long pass for Walsh. Gets it back to Steele. And then we're tied at 48. Walsh with the possession. Silverstein near side, dribbles to the top of the key. Cross court to Steele. Steele gets it inside to McMullen. He's tied up. Funk comes away with it. Hands it off to Davis for Nordonia. Davis working, and a little hand check foul going to be called against Noah Silverstein for Walsh. Silverstein's second foul, second team foul. And Nordonia will inbound on the baseline, and just like that, Eric, I see Spain up, and he is going to check back in. Glad to see that he's well enough to play. He replaces Noah Friery. So on the baseline, Davis will trigger it in for Nordonia. Looking inside, gets it outside to Ellis. Ellis left of the lane, pulls it up, gets it out to Funk. Funk gets a high screen. Cross court to Ellis, into the corner to Davis. Davis to Janisic. He'll kick it in the corner to Funk. He'll fire from 3. Got it. Hudson Funk with his second 3 on the night, give him 6 points and give the Knights a 3-point lead.
Nice job there by Janisic finding him in the corner.
Jacobus gets it to Steele for Walsh. To McMullen for 3. Got it. J.P. McMullen has 13. And we're tied at 51. Back the other way. The shot banked in by Ellis. Landon Ellis now has 8. And back again with a 2-point deficit is Walsh. Top of the key, Jacobus launches for 3. In and out. Rebound kind of came off the rim funny to Poulin, went over his head, but Janisic is able to clean it up. Gets it to Funk in the forecourt. Funk uses the screen, pulls up, gets it to Ellis, to Davis. Davis to Janisic on the near side. He's got a path to the hole. Goes hard to the hole. Nice dish to Poulin, whose dunk is in and out. And rebound taken away by Steele to Jacobus. Running layup, good, and he got fouled. Another great job by Xavier Steele to find Jacobus open at the far end. He was fouled hard as he went to the hole. He made the bucket.
A nice series of events there. A great recovery after the attempted block there and the missed dunk. Steele finds the man open deep. Jacobus finishes it and gets fouled. Chance to take the lead here for the Warriors.
I believe that foul, they don't put the player fouls up on the board here, but I believe it was charged to Ellis. Free throw is no good, but rebound picked off by Anthony Spain. So Walsh will have another chance to take the lead. Into McMullen, left-handed hook, no good. Rebound Ellis. Ellis in the backcourt to Jason Janisic. We're knotted at 53. Janisic goes hard to the hole on the right side. This time he will shoot. He gets fouled by Xavier Steele on the way to the basket. He'll have 2 shots.
Warrior personal 5, Xavier Steele.
Steele's first foul, third team foul. And Jason Janisic, the senior, goes to the line shooting 2 and a chance to give the Warriors the lead. Janisic has 16 points on the night. He now has 17 points on the night as he hits the first free throw. Try to give his team a 2-point lead. Second one right there. So 18 points for Jason Janisic, and with that, we have a 30-second timeout by Nordonia. We'll take this opportunity to hear from Port Summit Rotary on a wild card, Bobby, if we can do that.
Looking for a fun night out that gives back? Join the Port Summit Rotary for our quarter auction on Saturday, February 28th at Springfield High School. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the auction starts at 6 p.m. Admission is just $5 and includes your auction paddle. Bid on exciting items, support local businesses, enjoy food and beverages, and help fund scholarships for local students. Bring your friends and your quarters and make a difference. Learn more at portsummitrotary.org.
Still my favorite commercial of the year, Eric. The pace of that commercial mirrors the pace of this game right now. And the Nordonia Knights with a 2-point lead. Walsh will inbound on the far left end as we're facing the court. Anthony Spain will get it into Xavier Steele.
It's been a tight game all night. We're entering into the latter part of this game. It's going to come down to which team has the most players that are willing to try to make a play here and do it with confidence.
In the corner, it's Spain, cross court to Jacobus. Thinks about a three. Instead, he'll drive into the lane. Nice move to the basket. Dave Jacobus has 9 points on the night. And we're tied at 55. Funk in the backcourt. Picked up his dribble, but got it ahead to Ellis into the corner. To Davis for three. Got it. Jameer Davis now with 17 points. And give the Knights a 3-point lead with 2:43 to play. Steele at the elbow into the lane. Gets it out to Jacobus. Jacobus tries to get to the hole again. He does, and he gets fouled as he's going up. The foul's going to go against Max Poulin, and that's big because that's his 4th foul and the team's 4th foul. And Jacobus will go to the line to shoot 2. That's the good news. The bad news is Dave Jacobus is 0 for 3 from the line tonight.
I love his aggressiveness here in the last minute or so. He's decided he's going to the basket. You're right, though. It's also, it's that point in the game, really any point in the game, but especially late in the game, you gotta really concentrate and try to knock down these free throws.
The sophomore Jamison Ellerick has returned for Poulin. First free throw up and good that time, so I reverse jinxed him. Dave Jacobus now hits them both, has 11 points on the night. So you're welcome, Mr. Jacobus.
Yeah.
You don't see too many reverse jinxes, but there you go. So
Walsh still has a foul to give here. They're up there in their diamond press. Very aggressive.
They trail by 1, and they're in that dead corner where we really can't see. The ball went out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to stay with Walsh. Jacobus got a really brief rest and is right back in. Knights look to be changing up their defense to guard the inbound.
I'm not sure if Walsh student body made that call, Ron. Or if
they
that was
may
the official.
have. They're definitely much more able to than we are. Inbound comes to Xavier Steele out top to Spain. Inside now to Jacobus. His shot up and good.
Beautiful post-to-post play there.
It's the Dave Jacobus show. And the ball taken up court by Funk for Nordonia. He pulls up at the foul line, gets it to Janisic, deep 3, got it. There's Janisic on the deep 3, and Nordonia leads by 2 with 2 minutes to play. Xavier Steele, 61-59 Nordonia, gets it cross court to Spain. Back to Steele. Steele to the foul line. Spain open for 3. His shot is good.
Game on.
The stars are shining at Walsh Jesuits Romanini Family Court. With that, Walsh takes a 62-61 lead. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Summit County. Ready to score big in your career? Check out AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. It's mobile friendly, easy to use, and full of opportunities to connect with local employers. Whether you're looking to get hired or hire talent, JOG makes it simple. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit AkronWorks.com today and take your career to the end zone.
Back here at Walsh Jesuit High School, where Eric, not only do we provide a play-by-play and color service, we also are able to keep the fans up to date on statistics here.
Whatever's needed.
What a game. What a game.
You know, we've been blessed. The last 2 games have just been great, back and forth, and you see kids playing hard and coaches coaching hard and fans cheering hard, and we got it all going here right now. Big plays made by both teams, big shots. Again, that last play, Xavier Steele gets penetration down in there and creates space for Spain, and he drills the big 3, and Walsh is up 1 here.
Yeah, for me, definitely the unsung player of the game is Xavier Steele.
Again, the Warriors have that 1 foul to give, so they're up pressing, and they'll be pressing hard and aggressively.
Nordonia has trouble with the inbound, but they may have gotten bailed out by a foul call here. It looks like they did. And see who the foul's going to go against. It's going to go against Blasic with his second foul.
It'd be interesting to see if they stay in this press. They are. I'm not sure they're going to be as aggressive as they just were.
Right. Both teams now with 4 fouls, so we'll be in the bonus situation both ways with the next foul, and it looked like we could have had one right there. Janicic will bring it ahead for Nordonia. Top of the key. Loses control, and there's Steele again. Steele off to J.P. McMullen. Walsh with a chance to extend a 1-point lead here with 1:30 remaining. Coach Flannery going to spread things out a little bit here with Steele up top. Here comes Spain. Spain with the ball to Silverston. So the 3 guards are going to play catch as best they can here. The big men are in the corners. And Steele is fouled by Janicic up high, and that'll send Xavier Steele to the line, shooting 2. His first trip to the line tonight, Eric. So if you're going to pick somebody, either pick somebody that struggled or somebody who hasn't had a chance to shoot yet.
That was a decision by Coach Ford. He instructed one of his players to give up a foul there and put Steele at the line.
Yeah, he wants possession. He knows even if Steele happens to make both of them, which he comes up short on the first one, with his 3-point shooting ability, his team's 3-point shooting ability, it's a 1-possession game. So made total sense to me. Steele.
I love watching the Nordonia staff over there, Ron. They're working hard. A lot of talk, a lot of conversation.
Second shot is good. Steele has 5 points on the night, but that doesn't begin to tell the story. Nordonia, trailing by 2. Janicic ahead for the Knights. 63-61. Under a minute to play here in the 4th quarter. Funk for Nordonia out top. They look to get it to Janicic. Janicic has Steele fall down, gives him an opportunity to get into the lane. He's fouled by Grant Blasic. It was close.
Yeah, I couldn't see it. It looked like he had a lot of ball there, but referee saw it differently.
You know, and to the referee's credit, he's a lot closer than either one of us, and it was a close call. But Janicic now at the line with a chance to tie things up. So we waited all season to get an overtime game on Tuesday night, Eric, and things are trending that way again. First shot up and creeps in by Janicic. Janicic has hit 4 straight free throws here in the quarter.
I think
he's got 22 points on the night.
I think Nordonia wants to call timeout here, Ron, if they make this free throw.
Shot creeps in again, so we are tied, and they do indeed take a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take this break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, students and job seekers, your next big career play starts here. AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. Find local jobs, connect with employers, and get hired fast. It's easy, mobile-friendly, and full of opportunity. Step up, get in the game, and visit AkronWorks.com today because your career deserves a winning drive.
So we're back here at Walsh High School. We are knotted at 63, 47.1 seconds remaining. Walsh will have the ball. Eric and I are discussing potential Cambria's Bistro screen print original player of the game candidates. We got a bunch of them tonight. It'll be another hard decision. I think I know where we're leaning at this point, but this game isn't over, so part of it will have to do with who pulls this thing out. So Walsh with the possession. And I'm looking for the possession arrow on the clock. So the possession arrow pointing to Walsh should we get a tie up here in the last 47 seconds.
Ron, I'm getting a kick out of watching Coach Ford because he's animated. He's working hard. He's cutting some calories tonight. And I think what he's decided to do is sit in this 2-3 zone. It'll be interesting to see how long they sit. Whether or not they'll allow Walsh to take the last shot here with 40 seconds to go.
The sophomore Ellerich's back in there. He's in the middle of that 2-3 zone. It's down to 35 seconds, and Xavier Steele just dribbling the ball out top. And so far, Nordonia's packing it in. We'll see if that changes here. Doesn't look like it's going to. 24 seconds remaining. Now coach is saying they're going to switch up the defense.
Now they're going man.
They're going to go man, but interesting. Some of them got the message. No. Maybe not man.
Looks like
Steele
a little bit
up top
more
with
of a
about 10
matchup.
seconds remaining. Steele gets into the lane. He'll kick it back outside in the corner to Jacobus. Tries to go to the hole, back to Steele. Steele puts a shot up and it goes.
Oh
Xavier
my!
Steele at
Bring
the
down
buzzer.
the house.
Wait a minute. The official is saying wait as the Walsh student body rushes the floor. The official on the floor immediately, Eric, started waving everybody back. Yeah. So they're going to put some time back on the clock.
There can't be more than a second left on that clock. I don't even think that much. Great shot by Xavier Steele.
Unbelievable.
To cap a great second half. He's been the impetus for this change of momentum here for Walsh.
When you get the chance to watch this replay of this game, do it. It's been a great game. But that shot was not a run-of-the-mill 4-foot shot. He put it up through two defenders. Probably got fouled on the shot and still stuck it in. What a great shot. What a great hustle play by Xavier Steele.
Yeah, in the spirit of the Olympics, the degree of difficulty of that shot was incredible.
Although the Russian judge did not score it very high.
And to do that on senior night and have your student body right there on top of the play, and it looked like they might not even get a shot up, and then it looked like it was probably going to get blocked, but somehow Steele got it up and over and in.
They have put .6 back on the board, so that's what Nordonia has to deal with here. And, the sophomore shall lead them tonight on senior night. And I'm sure his senior brethren over there at the Walsh bench and out on the court are thrilled with what he's been able to do. So let's see what Nordonia comes up with.
I like the decision to having the big guy on the ball here. Nordonia can run the baseline. They'll probably try to throw it deep.
And can't find anybody. He's going to run out of time. Gets it in. Ellis from deep. It comes up short. And there's your ball game. Our final from Walsh. The Warriors defeat the Nordonia Knights 65-63 to win their fourth straight as they get ready for their tournament draw on Sunday afternoon. What a great game. What a privilege it was to be here at Walsh tonight. And what a thrilling finish for this home school senior crowd. And boy, we haven't seen this in ages in high school gym, and I just hope nobody gets hurt. But boy,
like a mosh pit out there.
It is. It's quite a crowd. So interesting there, Eric, in that last possession. It looked like there might have been just a little bit of confusion on the Knights' part of what they were going to do defensively. But it didn't hurt him, except for Anthony Steele said, "The heck with this. I know we got to get the ball into the lane and get an opportunity," and boy, he did.
Well, I think the decision there was that somewhere around the 15-second mark, that they were going to switch from a 2-3 zone to a type of a matchup zone to make sure they had everyone covered. I was a little surprised that they allowed for them to run the clock all the way down. But I think, Ron, the decision was they were just kind of in a standstill 2-3 zone. And the coaches talked about it on the sideline as the game was going on, and they made that switch, and I think it was into a type of a matchup zone. and they were trying to be a little bit more aggressive. And like you said, mostly it was successful, but somehow Steele got in there and got that shot up, over, and in.
Okay, so we do have to do player of the game, and we did get a chance to talk at the last break, and it was a huge night for Spain scoring-wise, a huge night for Janicic scoring-wise for the Knights. But the guy, according to you and me, who made the biggest difference in tonight's game, came off the bench for the Walsh Warriors and ended up hitting the game-winning bucket. But I think we had him as player of the game anyway, especially if Walsh won. But icing on the cake, Xavier Steele is our Cambria's Bistro screen print original player of the game, our last regular season of the game. So Bobby will get down there and get Mr. Steele his T-shirt and his gift certificate. And when you listen back to this, Mr. Steele, get you and your family out to their Cambria's Bistro.
Absolutely.
You can't go wrong with just about anything on the menu. We really enjoyed our time out there, and we thank Ronnie Kemmer and the staff at Cambria's Bistro. So we'll take Bobby this time out, and we'll come back and take a look at what happened tonight.
Hi, this is Ronnie Kemmer, owner of Cambria's Bistro. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Cambria's Bistro is a family-owned establishment that brings together the best of two worlds, the rich traditions of Italian cuisine and the contemporary favorites of a pub and grill. Reservations are not required but recommended by calling 330-331-5282 or 330-331-5357. We offer a casual dining atmosphere that is great for a family dinner, date night, or a special celebration. We feature a wonderful wine list with selections from Sicily to Napa Valley. We also have a great bar menu with specialty cocktails, many beers, on-tap beers, ciders, and seltzers. Cambria's Bistro also features San Pellegrino sparkling water. We are located in the heart of downtown Wadsworth at 132 Main Street. Come see us soon.
So we're back here at Walsh High School, and the Warriors victorious right at the 0.6 seconds from the buzzer, as it turned out, with a basket by our player of the game, Xavier Steele. So looking at his stats on the night, Eric, people would say, wait a minute, you have a guy who hit for 25 points on Walsh, you had a guy who hit for 22 or more for Nordonia, and a guy who scores 5 points on the night with 3 rebounds. You're giving the player of the game. You had to be here, right?
Yeah.
This young man changed the game when he came off the bench. He sped up the game. He created shots, and hey, no offense to Anthony Spain, big night, 25 points for Anthony, but I'm going to say 12 of those at least were created by something that Xavier Steele did, whether it's directly off of an assist or just spacing the floor. And I wish we had a bigger crew, and I wish we could do all the rebounds, because he certainly had several steals tonight. Maybe double figures in assists. I don't know, because we're not keeping those. But as I said, he just, both of us, even late in the first half, were noticing the difference he was making.
Well, basketball has been around a long time. For as long as it's been around, there's been parents and fans questioning coaches as to why kids play and why they don't play. And tonight's a perfect example. If you noticed, when Steele started impacting the game, I don't think he ever came back out of the game. And credit to Coach Flannery for recognizing that. Credit to Xavier Steele for continuing to play with confidence. And for coaches, you're looking for players to make an impact in the game. Sure, everybody loves a great shooter. Everybody loves a guy that can get the ball inside the basket. But you're really looking for guys that take charges, create shots for other people, get steals, deflect passes, rebound, and if they score it too, great. Well, in this case, he got the last basket of the game as well. And just a great night and a great memory for him and his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just quickly trying to tally up some points here both ways, Eric. But I shorted our player of the game by 2 points. Yeah. Xavier actually had 5 points in the fourth quarter, 7 overall. Yeah. But wow, And Coach Flannery's got to be excited to have that young man back next year, because not only did he make a difference tonight, he's been making a difference here down the stretch for the Warriors. And if you got a guy who can make other people better around him, that's a keeper. So he's just a sophomore. He'll be back next year. And the Warriors on a 4-game winning streak to end the season, heading into the tournament. And as Coach Ford said, as you and I had said by looking at the schedule and the results and other people, they're certainly, I mean, you are what your record says you are.
Yeah.
Everybody says that. They were 6-15. Now they're 7-15 coming in. But there aren't too many Division II 7-15 teams that could stay on the court with Walsh at this point.
Well, and here's the thing. Probably in the next 15 minutes, word's going to get out what happened tonight. And Walsh beats Nordonia. Nordonia had beaten Brecksville Broadview Heights, which is arguably one of the top 2 or 3 teams in all of northeastern Ohio. And what that says is, if you're in that drawing, do you really want to play Walsh?
Yeah.
And how confident are you? And so the shockwaves will get sent out. Not that this was a major upset.
We expected a close game.
Yeah, but what it does say is what we've talked about, for a few weeks now. The disparity between the teams is just not that great. And what it comes down to sometimes is one extra player somewhere on a team says, you know what? It's go time. And Xavier Seal, somewhere in early third quarter, mid-third quarter, it was go time. And he just made play after play after play.
Here's another guy who kind of got overlooked by us, at least, and his play in the fourth quarter, the senior Dave Jacobus, he had 8 of his 13 points there in the fourth quarter, and if he had had any more luck from the free throw line, he might have had 11 points in that quarter. So Jacobus and Steele were the 2 difference makers in the fourth quarter for Walsh. They got down multiple times by 4, 6 points, and each time came right back and got back in the game. So
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was on all their big guys a little bit in that first half for not being aggressive enough attacking the rim offensively. But Jacobus, fourth quarter, said, hey, it's now or never, let's go do it. And then you somehow reverse jinxed him into making free throws.
I
don't even know what a reverse jinx is, but he made
it's 2 straight free throws, which happened to be the difference in the game. So, you know who Dave Jacobus this shows my age, remind me of fullback Larry Zonka from Stowe. Just give me a block or 2 ahead, and I'm going to put my hand out, and I'm going to the basket, baby. And he got it done along with Xavier Steele. And, we're overlooking, not totally overlooking, but Anthony Spain. What did he do wrong tonight? Not much of anything. He had 25 points to lead his team. But in this case, at least, it was certainly a team effort here for Walsh, and that's got to be thrilling for Coach Flannery.
The thing about Spain, too, Ron, is he came back after he got knocked down hard, and he made that big 3. And the other thing I like about his game is he gets active on the boards. I think he pulled down another 6 or 7 rebounds again tonight. 3 of them were offensive rebounds. And it was a big factor for Walsh that I think Nordonia only had 1 or 2 offensive rebounds all night, and Walsh must have had a dozen.
Quick look at the scoring here. For Nordonia, Jason Janisic, what a player. He ended up with 23 points. He had 5 for 5 from the line, 3 threes and 3 field goals, giving him 23 points on the night. Max Poulin had 6 points on the night. Hudson Funk hit 2 threes for his 6. Landon Ellis, 3 field goals, 2 for 2 from the line for 18 points. Jameer Davis had what I would term a kind of a quiet 17, but he hit 2 threes. He hit 4 threes, 2 of them in the fourth quarter. 2 other field goals and 1 for 2 from the line for 17 points. And Bryce Smith had a 3 for 3 for 63 points for the Knights. For the Warriors, Noah Fryery hit a big third quarter 3 for his 3 points. As we mentioned, Xavier Steele, 3 field goals, 1 for 2 from the line for 7. Anthony Spain tonight hit 5 threes to go with 1 for 2 from the line and 2 other field goals. And make sure I'm counting this up right. No, 6 threes, 25 points on the night for Anthony Spain. J.P. McMullen had a nice game. He had 13 points on 4 buckets, plus a 3-pointer and 2 for 4 from the line. 13 on the night. Dave Jacobus, we already mentioned, had 13. Noah Silverston hit a 2-pointer. I got it written down as 3, but I think it was a 2-pointer, a layup. And Jack Pavlik, the senior who was out injured but got to play the first seconds of the game, got a layup for 2. And as it turned out, a big 2, right?
Yeah.
If Pavlik misses that layup, we're still playing probably. And I don't want to make light of that situation. I love it when teams do that. And what a great game for Jack Pavlik to be part of. You know, he missed, and I'm not sure if he missed the entire season, but he missed a big portion of it, if not the entire season, and got to be part of one of the biggest, probably the biggest win of the season at this point now for Walsh, because it's going to give them momentum for the drawing on Sunday and their first tournament game.
Ron, I want all my official friends to hear this.
I can't wait.
Hats off to those guys, because they didn't get every call right, but they let the kids decide the game all night long, and I never felt like any call that they made was a pivotal call in changing the momentum of the game. There were not technical fouls. There were not any calls that really everyone could see was a big mistake and affected the game, and they let the kids play. And when that happens, and then all these people show up tonight for senior night, the student body shows up in a big time, and man, you just left a big memory out there on that floor for them to carry with them for a long time.
I'm really glad you brought that up, Eric, because I remember thinking that most of the game. There's no high school game, or probably no basketball game on any level is going to go without a questionable call. But those 3 guys tonight did a marvelous job of letting the players to decide the game, keeping it a fair game. And boy, were we treated to a great one. We're going to take, Bobby, let's go ahead and pay any bills that we have left, and we'll come back. Yeah, we'll take all those. We'll take a look at a scoreboard if I can find any scores. There's some big games tonight, but I'm not seeing scores so far. And talk a little bit about tomorrow and wrap things up.
Horse racing is a great sport, and now you can have a horse in the race. Own a little and love it a lot. Thestable.ca is an award-winning horse ownership experience. Purchase as little as 1% of a racehorse and pay a set monthly fee. No surprises, modest investment, low risk, and completely accessible and transparent operations. Thestable.ca offers a unique, engaging racehorse ownership experience and features great customer service and consistent updates about your horse. Our innovative video production team tracks your horse's training progress, and clients are encouraged to visit the horses at any time. Thestable.ca is right for harness racing, and if you want to have a horse in the race, it's right for you too. For more information about The Stable, email Anthony at thestable.ca or call 519-400-4263.
Hey, students and job seekers, your next big career play starts here. AkronWorks.com, your local job board powered by Jobs for Ohio's graduates. Find local jobs, connect with employers, and get hired fast. It's easy, mobile-friendly, and full of opportunity. Step up, get in the game, and visit AkronWorks.com today, because your career deserves a winning drive.
Tired of boring off-the-rack tees? Want to express your unique style or promote your business? How about create an unforgettable memory? Call us at Screen Print Original, 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. We bring ideas to life. We offer high-quality DTF transfers on a variety of apparel, ensuring vibrant colors and lasting designs, from custom creations to bulk orders, all for you. If you have an idea, give us a call at 330-414-1635, 330-414-1635. You can also drop us a line at screenprintoriginal@gmail.com. We look forward to serving you.
Ron Whitmer, Eric Whitmer, back at Walsh Jesuit High School's Romini Family Court for our post-game scoreboard show. And as always, a little difficult finding all the scores we want. We'll give you what we can find. Of local note, Austintown Fitch down Green tonight, 45-36. Jackson out of Stark County beat Louisville 62-58. Let's see what else we have here. Massillon down Glen Oak. Massillon just one loss on the year. They were at home and pulled out a 78-72 victory over 7-win Glen Oak in a bit of a surprise. What else do we have here? Boardman beat Perry 52-47. This one is interesting. It's a second quarter score, but this will be of interest to Nordonia folks. Padua, who Nordonia will play in the first round of the tournament, leads Elyria Catholic 28-21. It says second quarter. I don't know if they had a delay or just a delay in getting the score. Hoban fell tonight to St. Ignatius 78-59. See what else here. Fourth quarter score, Stowe trailing Riverside 49-42. That's up at Riverside up on the lake. Hey, and I want to take a stop right here and wish a quick return to health to our brother Greg Whitmer, who was an assistant at Stowe and has fallen ill, but is doing better as of later today in the hospital, but on the mend. And Greg, we love you, and we're sending good wishes and prayers your way for a quick recovery. And I know the Bulldogs would like to see you back on the bench and at practice as soon as possible.
I have complete confidence he will be back. I'm sure he was missed tonight. They need their special teams coordinator, and I know he offers a great deal of help to Coach Feldman there. So
he's ornery enough to not let this get him down too long.
Sure.
So he'll be back, and we wish him all the best in his recovery. The big game on the night for leagues that we pay a lot of attention to, such as the Suburban National, which Nordonia is a part of. Brecksville-Broadview Heights is playing at Highland, the winner of the Suburban American, but Highland's on a 3-game losing streak. We have not got a score reported from that game, so sorry about that one. And I think we had at least one other score, but I'm not seeing it right now. So again, our final here from Walsh. The Warriors in a thriller with 0.6 seconds remaining. The sophomore Xavier Steele hits a 4-foot shot in the trees and gives the Warriors a 2-point win, 65-63 over the Nordonia Knights. That Knights fall to 11-11 on the season, and the Warriors raise their record, a final regular season record now of 7-15. Tomorrow, we keep going on this marathon week, and we'll be at Talmadge for our first girls game of the year, the Talmadge Girls. Okay, I got the note handed to me of the year, so I'm going to stop right there. Bob Felmley, and he's the nicest, most calm, mellow guy you know, hands me what would be termed in the Whitmer family quite an on-point message. He called tonight's action a barn burner, and I did not squeeze that in tonight. So we've had that now. So we'll be at Talmadge tomorrow. They'll host North Olmsted in round 1 of the tournament. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Airtime tomorrow will be at 12:45 p.m. I want to thank the Bobs, Bob Fritz, Bob Felmley. Thanks. And again, the final from Walsh. The score, Walsh Jesuit 65, Nordonia 63. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You've been listening to Fifth Dimension Radio's Sports Special, where we bring you live high school sports. And we'll be announcing more exciting games coming up in the near future, so keep it on Fifth Dimension Radio. This is your announcer, Bob. Good night.